What's going on, guys? Messi here and welcome to a brand new video and welcome to your daily dose of transfer content. And today it is going to be Friday the 7th of August. We have confirmed deals to go through as well as the rumours. So just before we get started, if you could do out good stuff by leaving a like rating, press the subscribe button if you're new, and press the bell notification next to it so you never miss an upload. Yesterday's episode will be down below in the description box, and the current schedule every day at 8 AM UK time, there'll be a new video for you to look forward to. And finally, drop a comment below, I'll try to respond to as many as I can. So first up today, we have got a confirmed deal for Galatasaray. They have confirmed the signing of Arda Turan on a free transfer from Barcelona, and it's a return to the club of his youth 9 years after leaving them to join Atletico Madrid. The 33-year-old left Galatasaray back in 2011 to join Atletico and then moved to Barcelona in 2015. Turan has spent the past season and a half back in Turkey on loan, but is playing for Istanbul Basaksehir. Southampton have signed centre-back Mohamed Salisu from Real Valladolid. It's about a £10.9 million fee, or close to €12 million, and the 21-year-old has agreed a 4-year deal at St Mary's. He is now set to undergo a 14-day quarantine. That's because he's arrived from Spain to the UK, as is part of the UK's coronavirus control measures. After that has been completed, the deal is expected to be formally announced. But essentially everything is agreed, just they have to wait the 2 weeks for it to be fully done, and then he will be properly unveiled. And next one was confirmed yesterday, but obviously when I was doing the video it wasn't, and that is that Manchester City have sealed the signing of Nathan Ake from Bournemouth. The defender joins from the relegated club for an initial £40 million, and he has signed a 5-year contract at the Etihad Stadium. And this transfer now means that Pep Guardiola has spent over £300 million on defenders. That's since he took over the club. Was it 2016 he took over? So about 4 years ago. Inter Milan have confirmed the signing of Alexis Sanchez on a 3-year contract, and is from Manchester United. And as expected, no transfer fee was involved, it was a free. And the Telegraph are saying that United paid Sanchez off between £5 to £10 million to leave. That's essentially to terminate his contract, but in the long haul they will save about £60 million on wages. Scotland striker Stephen Fletcher is currently in talks to join Celtic, and this is according to the Daily Mail. The 33-year-old is a free agent now after leaving Sheffield Wednesday, and he's ready to turn down a lucrative offer from Stoke City that's to seal a move to the Hoops. Everton and Wolves have been linked to the move for Barcelona's Brazilian midfielder Rafinha. The 27-year-old spent the last campaign out on loan to Celta Vigo, and now the Catalan club are holding out for a price matching his release clause, which is £14.5 million, and that story is from Sport Witness. The next story is from ESPN. They're saying that Fulham are keen on bringing Ryan Sessegnon back to Craven Cottage, and is from Tottenham on a temporary basis on a loan. The 20-year-old is open to joining up with the Cottagers once again, and that's for the duration of the upcoming season. And since making the switch from Fulham to Tottenham for about £25 million, he has really struggled for first team football, so maybe a return to Craven Cottage, it'll get his confidence up once again. Brentford star Said BENRAHMA has emerged as a target for Tottenham according to the Daily Mirror. The Algerian playmaker is expected to cost around £16 to £20 million, but they also face competition from the likes of Chelsea, West Ham, Arsenal and many other Premier League sides. And the player himself has apparently told Brentford he wants to play in the Premier League next season. That's after the club failed to secure promotion. I'd probably say he is the most in-demand second-tier player right now because his ability is obviously clear and he's shown that throughout the whole season. I think he'll be a great addition to whatever side he does join, and it could be for a fairly reasonable fee. And next up, Real Madrid are set to send Kubo to Villarreal on loan, and this is according to AS. The Japanese star will join Unai Emery's side on a 1-year loan deal, but there will be no option to buy. Villarreal beat the likes of Granada, Celta Vigo and Osasuna to a deal for Kubo, and they don't even mention Sociedad, Betis and Celtic. And the main aim for Kubo to go out on loan is to get the most first team football experience he can get, and apparently Villarreal, they have offered him the chance to appear in a bulk of the first team matches, as well as playing in the Europa League. Spurs and Everton are both interested in Bayer Leverkusen forward Leon Bailey, and this is a story from Sport 1. He recently changed his agent to the same one as Raheem Sterling, and he was linked to Manchester City briefly after Leroy Sané departed, but now they have replaced him with Ferran Torres. So maybe a move to the Premier League is still on the cards, but it would be to Spurs or Everton, and Leverkusen would still demand a fairly high fee. And now we have got some good news for Arsenal fans, and the first story is from La Vue du Nord. They're saying Lille defender Gabriel wants to join Arsenal, that's after a great meeting earlier this week, but Manchester United have not had their final say as of yet. And France Bleu Nord do add that despite talks with Everton and Napoli, the defender is now thought to be on the verge of joining the Gunners. Lille are still looking for about €30 million for any transfer, because Napoli offered 22 and then reports say that Everton upped it to 30, so if Arsenal want to get in they probably have to match the bid, but the player seems set on the move. And next up, Crystal Palace and Aston Villa, they're both keen on Brentford striker Ollie Watkins, and this story is from The Guardian. Watkins impressed in the Championship last season, where he scored 26 goals in 50 games for the Bees. Watkins can now leave Brentford for just £18 million, that's because a buyout clause in his contract was activated, that's when the club failed to get promoted to the Premier League. And that second part about the clause in his contract is from BBC Sport. And it's a pretty difficult situation for Brentford in general now, because the fact they didn't make it to the top flight despite missing out due to a playoff final, before that they had 2 games essentially to secure automatic promotion, as before the season ended, but they failed to do so in both opportunities, and now the price for it could be losing Benrahma and Ollie Watkins. Werder Bremen are in talks over a loan move for Manchester United youngster Chong, and this story is from Bild in Germany. The 20-year-old made just 3 appearances in the Premier League last season, and is in the search of more first-team minutes. A move to Werder could make a lot of sense for Chong, because the Bundesliga side are likely to sell their star man Milo Rashica, whether that's to Leipzig or AC Milan this summer, and they'll be looking to add a player in the same position. Felipe Coutinho's move to Arsenal is at an advanced stage according to Sport. The Brazilian has returned to Barca after a season on loan at Bayern Munich, and he appears to be on his way out of the Catalan side. Barca are looking to raise funds as the transfer window reopens, with players such as Rafinha, Braithwaite, Todibo, Rakitic and quite a few others all are likely to follow Coutinho on the way out of the club. But a story which kind of goes against that one from Sport from the Daily Mirror is that Arsenal have decided to move ahead with the signing of Willian, but that is over Felipe Coutinho. So they're expected to sign the Chelsea man on a free deal, and as for Coutinho, is either one or the other. I think Coutinho is a much better player, but financially Willian might be a bit cheaper. And ESPN do add that Willian has agreed a 3-year contract at Arsenal, and he's set to earn about £100,000 per week. A goalkeeper that was linked to Chelsea next up is going to Marc-Andre ter Stegen, and according to Mundo Deportivo and Fabrizio Romano, he will soon put pen to paper on a new 5-year contract with Barca. Talks over an extension for the German keeper were put on hold, that's when the season was postponed due to the coronavirus outbreak. But the club are now determined to ensure he remains at the Camp Nou, that's beyond his current deal which expires in 2022. And with Chelsea apparently inquiring about his services or his availability, it probably rushed Barca's hand a little bit. Lyon are willing to sanction Houssam Aouar's summer departure, that's if their €70 million valuation is met, and this story is from Calciomercato. Juventus have been keeping tabs on the 22-year-old for a long time now, and they could launch a bid for his signature ahead of the next campaign. And because Lyon don't have any European football for next season, he could be one of many players to be leaving. Paris Saint-Germain boss Thomas Tuchel is eager to sign David ALABA from Bayern Munich, and this story is from Le 10 Sport. Tuchel wants ALABA to replace the exit-bound Thiago Silva in the heart of the defence as at depart the Prance next season. For Bayern, they would prefer to sell him to the likes of Real Madrid or Barcelona. But the fact is, if they can't manage to get him to sign a new contract, he could go on a free transfer anyway in 1 year's time. And there are reports suggesting that ALABA's agent, he has offered his client to PSG. But then again, it could be similar to the ter Stegen situation I mentioned before. It could well be his agents putting out different stories to try and get him a better contract, and Bayern, they might meet his demands. And now we have the daily update again about Jadon Sancho. So Borussia Dortmund have denied holding any transfer talks with Manchester United over their star player. The Bundesliga side are said to be holding out still for about £108 million for Sancho, which is too high for United. But Dortmund's managing director Hans-Joachim Watzke, sorry if I say his name wrong, he has said the Red Devils haven't even made contact over a move, which is increasing the chances of Sancho staying put for next season. Having already signed Ferran Torres and Nathan Ake, Manchester City are still looking to sign as many as 4 more players during this transfer window, and they want their business done by the start of the new season. And the main target right now, according to Sky Sports News, is Napoli defender Kalidou Koulibaly. And I have seen some stories saying that City are willing to spend $300 million in this transfer market, and honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if they did. And the final story today is from TalkSport. They're saying breaking news, Southampton have accepted a £25 million bid from Tottenham, that's for midfielder Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. And yesterday I mentioned how it looked like a £15 million deal was going ahead, and Kyle Walker-Peters going the opposite direction for 12 mil. So where that extra 10 million has come from, I'm not too sure, but looks like the Danish midfielder will be going to Spurs. But that, guys, is going to be it for this video. So if you could do that good stuff by leaving a like rating, press the subscribe button if you're new, and press the bell notification next to it so you never miss an upload. Yesterday's episode will be down below in the description box, and the current schedule every day at 8 AM UK time, there'll be a new video for you to look forward to. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.